Welcome to AIBTM's Video Dailies brought to you by Lanyon. We're all becoming increasingly obsessed by nutrition in our everyday lives. So, should we be worried about the menus that we're serving up at our meetings? Well, Executive Chef Rebecca Katz certainly thinks so. Rebecca Katz, you're one of the cornerstones of the education sessions here at AIBTM this year, because you're on the Brain Power programme. And tell us a bit about your session.
Well, my emphasis is on brain power foods. So I'm a chef and a nutritionist, and I'm interested in educating people about how they can bring the power of the fork and what's on the plate to give people the best experience that they can have at a conference so that they are attentive and they're alert and they're productive, and what you eat really affects how you think.
Now, it's a fascinating concept, but as you well know, travel and meetings planners are they're really concerned about, creating the best event they can within the budget.
Right.
I mean, do you think, they'll probably think, as long as the food then it tastes good, that's enough?
Right, not really, because you can have a gorgeous looking Danish and your audience is going to be asleep and snoozing, in a session. And you could replace that with something that could be a lot more nutrient dense and a lot tastier and much better for your brain for the same amount of money.
Okay, so talk us through the kind of ideal scenario. I know obviously, you've been doing a session all morning, and I'm, going to put you on the spot here a little bit. But give us some examples of the kind of food delegates should be eating, depending on the kind of information or the kind of structure the conference is.
Well, I think that people should be eating a lot less gluten. Because gluten is the one thing that's just like the enemy of the brain. You walk around and you're feeling like brain fog. But you could substitute, a big mammoth muffin for a muffin that's made with almond flour and not made with refined sugar. That's going to be the perfect balance of protein, which is great for the brain, and good, healthy fats. And your attendees are going to have that same great culinary experience, in fact, a better culinary experience, and really have a much more, they're going to be alert and they're going to feel better. And that's what you want.
So what you're saying basically is the way in which you structure your culinary plan for an event will directly affect the effectiveness of your meeting because of the way it affects how receptive the audience is.
Absolutely. I mean, food, really, we're not talking about that many tweaks, We're just trying to get away from processed foods and get back to real foods and a little bit of a lighter approach, but with an emphasis on taste and flavor. And when people are engaged in taste and flavor, they're going to feel more nourished and they're going to come out feeling lighter and more alert. And when people are more alert in a meeting, they're going to make more deals, they're going to be listening more, they're going to be gathering more information, and they're going to be much more productive. And that's ultimately the goal of the meeting planner, is to have attendees feeling happy and productive. And that's the best return on investment you can get. You can make it with the fork.
I mean, you're absolutely right. And from what I'm sort of gauging from what you're saying is that it's only tweaks that are necessary so that it doesn't have to cost the earth.
No, it absolutely doesn't. And if the meeting planner is educated, they can come in with an agenda with the chef, for the chef. Ultimately, when they are ready to start planning their meeting, right, the first thing that they should do is go in with an idea of what they want that food to look like and what are the things that are not acceptable, like high fructose corn syrup, MSG, a lot of preservatives, a lot of things that come out, we call it out of bags and boxes, and something that's, a lot more, which is on the fresh side. And they go in with their agenda of what they want. I want a lot less gluten. I want, more vegetables in the menu. I want more nuts in the menu. I want more herbs and spices in the menu. Maybe they're going to come in with like a lookbook of recipes that are appealing, pictures that are appealing, things that are lists of ingredients that are more appealing, and then have this conversation with the chef. So the chef has direction, right? So the meeting planner comes in and they're thinking of their attendees and their audience, how they want them to feel, and they go in and they can be more of a collaborator with the chef than just getting a bunch of menus thrown back at them.
Now of course, travel and meetings professionals generally, they're not culinary experts. So where can they go for more help on this?
Well, I mean, I think, they need to start maybe immersing themselves in a little bit more, taking a look at some of the more of the food blogs, some cookbooks, magazines for sure, that the food becomes a part of everything else that they become knowledgeable about. Since it's really now becoming more and more of an issue as you're starting to see more attendees coming in with more food sensitivities, more allergies, and demanding, I think, a little bit higher quality.
Well, Rebecca, I think you need your own programme on Meeting the World, the Rebecca Katz Guide to What Delegates Should Eat. It's been fascinating. Thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you so much.